Und damit ein herzliches Willkommen zu einem weiteren Part Let's Play Fake Grand Order. Ich bin Sam Fix und wir würden nur allzu gerne hier mit dem nächsten Kampf weitermachen. Aber leider, wie ich schon angekündigt habe, muss ich jetzt hier erstmal in die Materialien, denn ich habe das Event, musste ich ein bisschen weiterspielen, damit ich hier an den Raids teilnehmen kann. Deswegen werden wir das jetzt ganz entspannt hier uns nachholen, wenn ich hier es finde. So, wo haben wir es? Okay, findet man nicht. Na gut, liebe Leute, was ist zumindest hier passiert beim letzten Mal? Wir sind unterwegs gewesen auf dem Weg, hier die Gegend hier wieder ein bisschen zu beruhigen. Beim letzten Mal haben wir Jack und Avispron wieder zu unserem, die sich unser Team angeschlossen haben, den wir sie bezwungen haben. Die Frage ist natürlich, wie es nun weitergeht und ob auch die nächsten Servants sich so einfach befrieden haben lassen, nachdem wir sie hier in der Nacht bezwungen haben. Und das finden wir nun heraus, öffentlich in Kapitel Nummer 4, Confrontation, Dual Swords and Cavalry. Damit auch mal hier was vorangeht, hoffen wir einfach mal, dass das erneut so gelaufen ist. Get him! Oh, immer muss er gegen Atalante kämpfen. Man, I can't say exactly what it is, but something about this really bothers me. Agreed. But at least while we are fighting them, it was clear they were enemies. And since it wasn't possible to talk with them, fighting was the only choice we had. Still, don't you think it's strange? Normally no one can so much as scratch me unless they've got divine blood. But those guys practically beat me black and blue back there. Yes, I see what you mean. It's possible there's more to Atalanta and Spartacus legends than we know. But there's absolutely no way Frankenstein could secretly have divine blood. Her origin is too modern, and the circumstances of her creation rule out entirely. Maybe so, but I can't still feel the spikes from the mace of hers when she smacked me with the thing. That would have caved in anyone else's ribcage. Are you still alive, Achilles? Last I checked, how about you, teacher? I am, yes. You see, though I'm considerable worse than ever. I'm afraid it was all my golems could do just to hold back one of the enemy servants. Okay, Mummy. What about you, Jack? Are you hurt? We think we hurt a lot. Yeah, we really hurt a lot. But we're okay. We made Fogg and used it to get away. I'm glad to see you're all alive. We don't think we were alive, Mr. Custodon. What do you mean? Yes, that's right. We need to hurry back to the fortress. You see, we actually faced 8 servants. And somehow those servants included both Jack and Avispron. That was certainly a surprise. It was odd, I must admit, to be fighting a stronger version of myself. Curiously, Shakespeare was nowhere to be seen. Oh no, you don't mean? I'm afraid I do. They may have decided to divide and conquer, just like we have. Then, the cast of Red may have gone to fight Shakespeare? Okay. Ein Kampf. Was machen die Bücher aneinander schmeißen? I thought that was a gooner. You're lies. Welcome back. I'm thrilled to see you're all safe, though not as much as I am to be safe. I say something wrong? You all seem quite disappointed. Don't tell me you're hoping I was dead. No, nothing like that. Pity Shakespeare. We are of course all relieved to see you're safe. But Mr. Chiron, didn't you say we would have to redo all the fortress defenses if he died? I also recall you saying you would need to keep Master safe, now that the enemies has taken us by surprise. Only in the hypothetical sense, I assure you. Well, if the truth must out, and we all know it must, I was quite sure I had a brief with my last when I came under attack. Thank goodness I'm so weak. I didn't know you're a real Shakespeare. Oh dear, not this trope. You don't really think I've been switched out from my evil doppelganger, do you? Then again, he was me in every sense, a perfect face smile, so I may not be altogether credible here. That is, aside from the fact that he never said a word, and was shrouded with an ominous aura. Still, we are the one to suggest I might become a more complete version of myself by defeating myself. I could hardly gainsay them. I seem I've talked myself into a corner. Oh, what a slippery turns indeed. Dismember. The child fair radiates excitement. Well, even if that does turn out to be the case, I see no great cause for concern. Es ist Shakespeare, man. Was soll man? After all, if your assumptions are correct, that servant we defeated last night should soon come to our side. Yes, that's true. Well then, Shakespeare. Please remain close to me until the new servants arrive. One question, Professor. What fate may I meet should I decline to do so? I hope it does not come to that. Transistent version of him though you may be, it would still pain me to fill the world's greatest writer with errors. Heavens, you're quite serious, aren't you? Understood. Alright, now we just have to wait for them to resummoning. Does this mean things are going well? I'm not so sure. I have the sense that matters are progressing accordingly to the enemy's plan. What about you, Sazek? Yes, I agree. I feel like our enemy is going to come at us even harder enough to negate our newfound advantage. Not to mention that it seems all their servants have gained divinity somehow. Those other versions of us were really tough. If they are even stronger next time, we might not be able to beat them. Even so, our job hasn't changed. Sir, Max is right. No matter what they come at us, this is the only viable strategy we have. We will just have to have faith in that our opponent's strength is not without limit. Very well then, Sir Maxi? No. On second thought, perhaps I should address you as our master. We will be counting on you once again in the next battle as well. Ja, immer gerne doch, liebe Leute. Das heißt, Mordred, glaube ich. Ich weiß gar nicht. Ryder, it was fine with me. Once I had fallen, I wouldn't have needed to spread my wings and fly any longer. Captured. Hero of Greek mythology, provider of wind, retainer to Artemis, seer of the Argonauts, hunter of the Caledonian boar, noble beast. Atalante. It'll take more than cutting off my legs to stop me. Captured. Giant of a man who shattered the shackles of oppression, smiling, rebel who lay waste to all around him, indomitable monster of the Colosseum. Spartacus! Oh Leute, wenn ich jetzt wieder so sprechen muss, kriege ich wieder alles weh. Come with me. Captured. Dr. Frankenstein's greatest legacy, a girl revived with a lightning patchwork body, a doll with a heart of fury. Frankenstein. Establishing all three fervent spirit origins. This is not the end. I won't let it end. I'll never let it end. I brought you something to eat. It seems like there's more food now than last time. Oh yes, I thought we might eat together, assuming you don't mind, of course. Yeah. Good, I'm glad. Alright, shall we? Oh, but taste is okay? I can't tell myself. You mean you can't taste anything? Not very well, no. Not unless it's really sweet. And even then, just barely. So the only way I can cook is to use my power as the greater grace casted in to grant a wish. But I figured a little wish granting would be okay, especially if it was done to help you. I see. Shadow border, a world of white nothingness as far as the eye can see. It sounds like you have more than your share of troubles in your world too. Don't worry, though, I promise you'll be fine. Whatever happens here, I will use my power as the greater grace casted in to send you home. You have my word on that. So please, just think of this as an unusual long dream. If things take a turn for the worse, all you have to do is wake up. Thank you. Don't thank me. I'm the one who dragged you into all of this after all. But never mind that. I'd love to hear more about your world. I'm especially interested in what you were like before you became a master. You know, come to think of it. You don't talk like you do when you're a dragon. Oh, well... Nobody in my world had ever summoned a master before, so... I gave it some thought and figured I should try to act appropriate for that form, I suppose. In hindsight, I guess I might have sounded kind of silly though. I mean, all of that folks, old English and such. What was I thinking? It's embarrassing. Please, just do me a favor and forget all that. Ich erzähle von Shakespeare, der schreibt ein Lied dann über dich. So. Entweder ist es Tesla oder es ist Fran. Somebody's attacking me in the courtyard. Let's go. Eigentlich müsste es in dem Fall eine Musik sein. I think she wants you to get off of the flowers. I see. I'm impressed you understood her. Nonetheless, that dragon is my real body, and I'm afraid I can't move it right now. You can, just shove it into her corner if you want. I'm afraid that's the best I can to offer. Sorry. Ja, genau, und immer vor so einen riesigen Drachen und schön einfach so in der Gegend rumziehen.
So that means, yes, it would seem this dragon is on a press.
No, press is here.
A presser, not on a presser?
That's a difficult question. Ach Leute, Mann, macht er ja einen auf Shakespeare, oder?
After all, I came to this land to fight it all from enemies. So, would it not follow that the dragon is a symbol of the oppressors here? He's not an oppressor? Well, then I shall wait. The oppressors are sure to come. When they do, that is what I shall act, and my folks of triumph ring forth. In the meantime, I will wait here in this flower garden. Good night, sweet rebellion.
Süß. Jetzt setze ich auch auf die Blumen. Der. So they've both fallen asleep, huh? Oh well, they should wake up once night falls. Anyway, if they both been summoned, then she must have been as well. Immer eine, mit der man reden kann. Die Berserker sind nicht so unterhaltsam. Oh. Achilles, was it? There's something on my face. The same Atalanta my old man told me about. I see. So you're Pelo's son. I remember beating him in a wrestling match once. That was a good match. Atalanta, I'm sorry to impose, but would you help me build a trap for tonight? Your skills as a huntress likely make you far better at placing a trap in the forest than I. Well. I must ask though, why was I resummoned? Actually, was I even properly summoned to begin with? If we are inside the Greater Grain now, then what am I supposed to do? I believe we are meant to fight in order to keep the Greater Gate safe, and if we are indeed enemies to the original war. Well, that is no matter. I have had plenty of other former enemies become allies before. You and I were both red, so I guess we were always allies. So the immortal Achilles is my ally now? Usually I would find that encouraging. But if all our opponents have divinity, that does not offer much of an advantage. Perhaps, but even without his invincibility, he is far more powerful than any of them. Indeed, it is quite fortunate that Achilles is not on the side. Kana, hello? Especially since we are the only ones on our side with divine blood at the moment. I must say, it is an odd feeling to know that a copy of myself fights for our enemy. Achilles, be sure to do not wreck my corpse around the fortress. I'm not gonna do that. Anspielung natürlich auf das, was er mit Ding gemacht hat. Wer ist er denn gleich nochmal? Ach, ihr wisst schon. Den einen aus Troja, Hector, genau. If I was ever going to do something like that, I'd be as a berserker. I was just kidding. Since I am based on the data from before the Great Holy Grail began, my spirit origin has no recollection of this. But I imagine we must have exchanged similar quips before, given that we are both part of the wreck camp. Yeah, we probably did. You know, I was hoping I'd get to meet you someday. My old man used to talk to you a lot all this time. Stop that, it is embarrassing. As youth is such a splendid thing. I do not believe sons are either truly old or young. Is something wrong? No, there's just something nagging me about Shakespeare. Did you find some evidence that he is an imposter? Er ist immer ein Hochstapler. No, nothing like that. What troubles me is that the enemy version of him decided to come to the fortress. If it had been any other servant, we might have faced eradication. I see. In that case, I speak to the master and see if we can't stay one step ahead. Alright, let's go. Good luck. May fortune smile on all you. I doubt you need us in the front lines anymore, so I stay here and wait for your turn. Along with my golems, of course. Okay, Mummy, let's go. Atalante, we're counting on you. Right. To the twin gods I offer this. Phoebus, cast hervor! A noble phantasm. That must be Ryder Stoffer's noble phantasm. His hippogriff can pass through any kind of attack. In that case, we just continue to attack until it materializes. Come on, Tyron. Right, they're with you.
There you are, Priesters! So you've decided to take cover in the night and strike us from the shadows, have you? That will not protect you from destruction of my love! Good morning, Rebellion!
This is a good one. Well, you certainly got greetings covered. Schlaf, keiner Spartakus, schlafe ganz fest. Alright, let's split them up, like we always have. This is my barn field, so they did learn to separate us. Sir Zeke, Master. It seems Tyron was right about this enemy appearing within the fortress. Assassin, I mean Jack the Ripper. Yes, here, Mr. Custodin, what is it? Can you tell me what the enemy is you saw look like? Okay, let's see. There were two sabers with a heavy armor and a lancer who seemed kind of girly. Maybe he was actually a rider. If he was short, then he wouldn't have been either of the two lancers. Then he must have been the rider of black. I see. So we also saw a few things that looked like shadow zones. We were there too, so we think they're probably leftovers from the last time or something. How strong are they? Not strong at all. They're very easy. We can dismember all of them on our for no time. Alright, then we take out the enemies that make their way around to continue to protect the casters. Since you expect that something like that might happen, we shouldn't have anything to worry about. Maxi, go ahead and tell us what to do. We're counting on you, Mommy. Okay, time to go ripping. Oh. Nee. Obwohl 6,5. Achso, klar. Weil die Story kommt, weil ich letztes Jahr schon gespielt habe. So. Aber da habe ich es noch nicht gelesen. So, dann machen wir jetzt hier nämlich weiter. Und jetzt können wir hier weiter mit der Story machen. Wir fangen jetzt hier noch mit dem Kapitel an, weil ihr seht, die AP sind eh schon voll, ist eh schlecht. Oh, nehmen wir die kleine süße Jackie, oder? Darf ich nur Jackie nehmen? Okay, dann nehmen wir halt nur Jackie. Mir wurscht denn. Leute, ich sehe Archers. Ich sehe, wunderbare Sabers. Und das heißt, ich muss hier ein bisschen Tesla-Action machen. Also, ja, nicht meine IP. Weil ich habe heute, jetzt ist 15 Uhr und ich habe heute noch keinen Raid gemacht, liebe Leute. Jetzt müssen wir nämlich ein bisschen aufholen, liebe Leute. Und jetzt erstmal sagen wir den, was hier los ist. Ich tue hier echt richtig viele Gapples und so raushauen, Mann. Aber die Belohnungen sind halt auch echt geil. Und es gibt so geile Items hier in den Raids. Pages und, was mich sehr ärgert, ich wollte bei Atalanta eigentlich Archer-Statuen farmen, aber da ist mir aufgefallen, die goldenen, und von denen habe ich genug, die haben eine hohe Drop-Wahrscheinlichkeit, und die silbernen, die ich eigentlich brauche, voll die geringe, was ich irgendwie nicht cool finde. Ja, aber wie gesagt, allein wegen den QP, also ich habe jetzt, ich glaube, 150 Millionen QP oder so schon gemacht. Das ist echt richtig nice, Mann. Außer Lottery geht's gar nicht besser. So, Moderator. Ziggy Boy und The Ride of Black. Leider sieht Ride of Black immer nicht als Female, deswegen hat meine Jack hin und wieder Probleme, sie insta zu killen. Meistens klappt es aber. Also, ich glaube, es hat immer, ich weiß es gar nicht mehr, ich glaube, es hat immer geklappt. So. Zack, zack, zack. Und dann geht's los. So, ich möchte nämlich hier Big Tesla Damage schieben, liebe Leute. Muss ja gelohnt haben, dass wir ihn gerollt haben, Mann. Aber, ich meine, wir könnten es natürlich immer mit Gilboy machen, aber Leute. Mit Gilboy Action zu machen, das ist einfach viel zu easy, Mann. Und nach dem Event habe ich auch ein paar Pages, das heißt, ich habe seinen zweiten Skill immer ein bisschen mehr gelevelt, Mann. Was mir natürlich auch gut tut. So, Lightning! Alter, 1,2 Millionen, Mann, nicht schlecht, Mann. Und übrigens, klar, wir haben die Damage-Stee und alles mögliche. Aber ich habe immer nicht seine Interlock gemacht, also, finde ich ganz respektabel Schaden. Kann man sich, glaube ich, nicht beschweren, Mann. Also, nee, nicht. Ich bin einfach nur froh, dass ich ihn habe. Gut, liebe Leute, dann wieder ein Abenteuer geschafft. Da gibt es erstmal einen schönen Quartz. Und dann... So, geht es ja direkt weiter mit der Hauptstory. Und wir fangen, würde ich sagen, hier noch mit dem Abenteuer an. Oh, wir dürfen das toll vornehmen. Ja, toll. So, ich würde sagen, wir fangen hier noch an. So, Stoff, guck mal. Wartet, tun wir Merlin raus, tun dafür Tammy Bay rein. Oder tun wir Bright rein, Bright geht immer. So, und einfach weil wir das können und eh nicht wissen, was wir hier den Servants geben muss. Ich habe echt keine Ahnung. Nehmen wir hier noch, wo haben wir's? Lunchtime? Tea Time? Irgendwas Time? Ich finde immer Bella Lisa, aber ich finde auch nie Mona Lisa. Und so geht es mir auch bei Tea Time und Lunchtime immer so. Also, let's go. Dann starten wir zumindest ein wenig hier mit dem nächsten Abschnitt hier des Fate Apocrypha Events. Und wir befinden uns inzwischen schon in Sektion 5, Chiron the Sage Combat Exercise. Das hört sich schon mal nett an, Mann, wenn der Chiron hier uns ein bisschen einweist, Mann. Dismember! Woo! Und die hat schön, die macht mal wieder Abenteuer. Meine kleine Jackie. Ah, das ist doch schön, wenn sie glücklich ist. We won! Hooray! The Ride of Black Astolfo. Oh, das sieht gut aus, der Text hier. The Saber of Black, Sir Siegfried. The Saber of Red, Mordred. Alle bezwungen, das sieht echt gut aus, mit dem Text hier gerade. I can confirm that they all disappeared. Truth be told, I have mixed feeling about this, but at least we were able to outwit them and win. I hate to think what if might happen if Avisbron hadn't realized that what they were up to. I'm alright. I think my control over the Greater Grail just wavered a little bit. It's odd though, considering how many Servants we've defeated. Does this mean my ownership of the Grail wavering has nothing to do with this war? What happens when it wavers? It means someone other than me will take possession of the Greater Grail. Huh? If they want it that badly, why don't you just let them have it? You're not even a servant, right? Why kill yourself over this? A servant once tried to use this Greater Grail to make a wish come true. And I'm the one who stopped that from happening. So I guess I kind of have a responsibility to make sure the Greater Grail is never misused. We don't really understand, but okay. It sounds like you had a hard life. I won't say that. It might not have lasted long, but I enjoyed it. Anyway, the battle is now over. Maxi, do you know the Ride of Black, Astolfo? Nope. MP3 übrigens. I see. Well, try not to be too shocked how he behaves. He's easily the most unhinged out of all the 13 servants. Anyway, it's encouraging to know that both the Black and Red Sabers will soon be joining us. Though I have to say, our family is growing glad at large. I don't know if we can keep them all in a line anymore. I've been thinking the same thing. Still, We just have to do our best. Besonders bei so Koryphäen mit Spartacus und Thrain. Naja, there can be no atonement for the sin. I may be dooming him to a life of violence, but even so I choose to offer up my life to him. Captured. A mortal body, sword wheedling fortress dragon slayer, the hero bears thousand hopes up his back. Siegfried. Besonders auf seinem Rücken, weil er immer so bucklig rumläuft. Don't worry about me. I don't care if I'm mistaken. I don't care if I'm deluded. I'm fine with this. So don't worry about me. Captured. Knight of the Round Table, traitor, the one who ended the reign of King Arthur, hero of the Red Lightning, usurper of the throne, curse of the night, king of knights, Mordred. Yeah, good luck to you. Captured. The legend of Charlemagne, troublemaker, absent of reason, devoted, Samaritan, knight of miracles. Trap. Only 3 servants left, it won't be much longer now. Kana, Semiramis und Vlad. It will be a bit of a wait though. I believe humans will make it here eventually, so I'm willing to wait until they do, even if it takes 100, 1,000 or 10,000 years. Still, I have any regrets. Well, it would be nice to talk to someone. Homunculus human servant. As long as we could just talk about anything, really. I wouldn't care who it was with. That which already came true with astonishing ease. I know so many things. I know the memories from the Great Holy Grail. I know all the data. I even know how each of them meet their ends. Of course, there's no need to say any of that, and I don't plan on doing so. It's just none of the servants who gathered here knew about the Great Holy Grail War. I'm guessing they don't have the data from it. They're the same as they were on the first day of the war. Okay, liebe Leute, bevor wir jetzt hier weiterschauen, oh mein Gott, und das anschauen, machen wir einen kleinen Cut und beim nächsten Mal geht's dann weiter mit Let's Play Fake Randora. Bis zum nächsten Mal, auf Wiedersehen.